Hey there, and welcome to day 16. We're here together in week 3 systems and trackers, and just as usual, we're gonna go into health, wealth, and relationships. Today's video is gonna focus on relationships. I'm gonna be talking about the number 1 tracker that I'm using in my life with my partner. Now, you can use this tracker with your best friends or keeping in contact with old friends. But I'm gonna use it in the context of a partner. If you have a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you'd be able to use this tracker. Now in the 10-week program, of course, I give you all the details, like the literally copy-paste conversations that you can use to reconnect with old friends and stuff like that. But we're very limited on time here, so I'm just gonna jump right into the relationship review, describe where I got it from, and you can apply it right away. So relationship review is the tracker that I use with my partner, which I've already said. It came from a book called The Compound Effect, which I will put here. I've already shown you this book. It's a book by Darren Hardy. And in here, he describes how he does his relationship review. My relationship review is a little bit different because it's based also on the time when I was doing a lot of public speaking, and I would have to manage the speakers that would be not under me, but in a hierarchical sense, kind of under me. So for instance, I would go as a host to a conference and would have to align the speakers and their content so that the entire conference is aligned to the goal of what we're trying to do there. So I took what I did there with those speakers and put it in kind of a system or tracker, combined it with the relationship review of Darren Hardy, and that's pretty much what I do now every week. Now you have to remember the number 1 rule. It has to be consistent, because data doesn't help after 1 week. It only helps after 2-3 months. So how does it go? Well, you take in your calendar every week 1 day, no matter which day, it has to be always that day. So for instance, I always do Sunday after my salon day in the evening when I'm catching up with my girlfriend. And then we're gonna do pretty much a 3-stage interview, kind of. It's not an interview. So the first thing that you always do is you have to give appreciation, because if you had a tough week or something bad happened, it's always good to start with a positive note and remember why you're with this person in the first place. So you start with appreciation. What do you appreciate about the other person? Then you go into scale, and you literally scale what you think that relationship felt like that week. So did it feel like a 5 out of 10, maybe a 6 out of 10? There's not really a science behind it, because eventually we are talking about relationships and it's really hard to automate or track that part. But you just go with your gut feeling. Do you feel like a 9? Do you feel like a 10? Do you feel like a 6 or a 5? And then you pretty much scale the relationship. And then you go into feedback. And the number 1 rule is no judging. You're literally there, like you said, in appreciation, because you love each other. So you have to figure out a way to actually appreciate the feedback that you're getting. And you can discuss about it or find new solutions, but the whole point is to really go into the action steps and really what to improve. If your partner doesn't know how to improve it, at least you can voice it in a proper way. And of course, there are a ton of systems that you can find online on how to give proper feedback. This is not an excuse to go and have a fight. This is literally the space where you can grow together and apply those principles for the next week. And here comes the kicker. If you're doing it every week and you're always getting the same feedback, then you know right away whose fault it is, and you can't blame the other person. So that way, if there's a downfall or you see your relationship going completely off the hill, you know why it's happening, when it started happening. Or if you go to an expert, you'd be able to ask this expert, what is going wrong here, and how can we do, or what can we read or follow to pretty much fix this? So that's pretty much the hack for today. The first tracker that you can use for your relationship, the relationship review by Darren Hardy, that you can find in The Compound Effect, but pretty much a little bit changed, the Why Not 3 style. So take it, give me some feedback on what you think about the relationship review. And tomorrow we'll be covering the number 1 secret that I share with my clients that have helped me deal with stress and stress symptoms specifically. Because if you're just feeling a little bit of stress, that's totally fine. But if you've gotten to the point or you've retrained your body to have symptoms all the time or some kind of diseases because you have so much pressure on you all the time, or you feel lonely all the time, that's not healthy. So tomorrow I'll be covering the number one secret that I always share with them that they use successfully, but it takes a while before they get really good results. So that's for tomorrow, stress and health and all the fun stuff that it's time to pretty much get you fixed and out of the burnouts and producing more and happier. Today was relationship review. Let me know what you think about it in the Facebook group, in the email, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 17.